Welcome back to Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast. Now, if y'all have been rocking with me for a long time and you've watched some of my other content, you would know that I'm about to steal something from Convo & Co. right now. If you're not familiar with Convo & Co., go over to that playlist and go watch all those episodes, y'all. I was putting in work weekly by myself, finding content, talking about it, and it's always going to be a hot topic on all of my podcasts, because it's a podcast, about what the streets are talking about. Now, just for that, let's go ahead and watch this clip together.
The thing about me asking a nigga for something is that either way, whether he get it or not, I'm still gonna have it. So it's like either I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna have you, or I'm gonna have it and your ass is grass. Either way it go, it's never my loss. It's never my loss.
So let's go ahead and talk about that. And if you need to hear what she said, go ahead and rewind it and bring it back. Now, I'm just going to give y'all an example of what she's talking about and how I've had to deal with that. I want all people to know, because it's being reiterated absolutely in the last few episodes, that there are women that know their worth and they have a man or a lover. We want the companionship. We don't need the companionship. And that's of someone of, emotional desire, right? Again, I remember on one of these, probably Life Less Than Lies, that I was talking about, another one of like my vlogish, podcasty-ish channels, was when I was in school getting my Associates of Applied Science and Mortuary Science. I remember specifically living in Baltimore. Now, when I was living in Baltimore, I had met this guy. He was fine. He was fine as shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to call him Pop Pop. Pop Pop, if you watch this, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? You was good till you wasn't. Oh, okay. So, I call him Pop Pop because he was older than me, but and he was older than me probably by like not a lot. You know what I'm saying? No more than 10 years for sure. But he had kids and he had grandkids, and I was like, "Damn, how you young to be a grandfather?" Like when I was dealing with him, he was probably like 45, 46, 47, whatever. So, Pop Pop, that's what his granddaughter called him. So I called him Pop Pop. But like Pop Pop. I remember having an exam in the afternoon. A lot of our classes were in the evening. And I was getting up and I needed to study for an exam. And I wanted to go to breakfast and study and do whatever. So I said, "Hey, you want to go to breakfast?" So he's like, "Yeah, we could do that or whatever." So I'm like, "Okay." So I hit him up. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it." Okay, cool. So I still go, blah, blah, blah. I've told this story before, but specifically to what she was saying, so y'all know it's not just me. So I go, I'm sitting there. He hits me. He like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm at the restaurant that I wanted to go to." So he was like, "Oh, for real?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Well, I'm going to pull up. Send him the address." He pulls up. He was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought you was trying to, get me to pay for X, Y, and Z." Nigga, breakfast, like, I don't know, when you're in the moment, you're like, what are you talking about? Like, I wanted to see you because I knew my schedule was going to get done. This was the only free time I had, which was in the morning, because then I was going to school. When I got off of school, I commuted from Baltimore to Washington, D.C., and I worked at the 5th district overnight. I would get off, have to do, depending on, like, some of this was during COVID, so my kid was like at home, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a lot of the school stuff, so whatever. But I say all of that to say, again, I'm asking you to do this because this is what it takes to be here, right? I'm asking you to participate in my life in the way that I want you to show up. And whether you participate or fucking not, I'm still going to have the life that I want. I'm still going to do the things that I want. Hello? Like, you just want to enjoy life sometimes with people, even if they're new, whatever it is, people, reasons, seasons, and it's shit that's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women are trying to explain to y'all that, baby, this motherfucking ocean got motion without you. We ain't no lake. This ocean got motion without you. And it can be something just as small as going to the fucking park. Oh, I don't want to go to the park. Ladies, if you can't afford to do the biggest thing on your list and still do the smallest thing on your list, go to the park, watch the planes, take yourself on a picnic. Don't wait for anybody to do the thing with you. Still go do the fucking thing. Still live your life. And that's what I see a lot of ladies don't do. They were sitting around waiting for somebody. It's so many people that say, y'all go to concerts by yourself. This is the biggest one that blows the shit out of me. When y'all be like, y'all go to the movies by yourself. Bitch, what are you doing in the movies besides shutting the fuck up and eating some popcorn and watching a fucking movie? What do you need somebody to go to the movies with you? Go do that shit. Stop missing out on life experiences because other people are not going with you. And this goes as far as friendships as well. That we're specifically in the beginning talking about men, but it goes as far as friendships as well. Having a birthday right after Thanksgiving, 3 weeks before Christmas, that shit get lonely. I'm not here to whine and complain about it because I've learned to adjust. So learning to adjust means looking like traveling solo or staying in town and just doing dinners, which is not an issue. But when it comes to traveling for my birthday, a lot of times it doesn't happen with a group of people like everybody else gets birthdays throughout the year. Now, I might switch and have a half birthday one year. Might do some shit in June. I thought about it too late this year and I was like, I should have a half birthday. I've never had a summer birthday. Maybe in 2027, if I remember, I'll have a half birthday. But also learn how to celebrate yourself in all of this. No matter what it is, you don't have to have somebody by your side each and every way. I remember going through the not necessarily the grief, but the phases of realizing that I want to do stuff with people. You don't always want to be by yourself. You do want to go out to eat sometimes with people and not always just go by yourself and scroll on your phone or sit at the bar. You want to have meaningful conversations and connections. And I'm not saying don't do that. But what I am saying is don't wait for people to do that. There's a difference. There's a difference in enjoying life and letting life pass you by because you're waiting on other people. Once you start waiting on other people to do every fucking single thing that you want to do, you're not going to do anything. Your life is going to look bland. You don't have anything, you don't have any memories to look back on, right? So again, at the beginning and end of the day, let's circle back to the main topic. Gentlemen, just so we're clear, when we're asking you to do something, it's because we like you. When we're asking you to do something, me and the girl's gonna kick it no matter what. Me and the girl's gonna have a good fucking time. Sometimes we want the companionship with the testosterone around. Sometimes we want to hold your hand, smell you. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We just want a little PDA, something a little invigorating to jolt our blood and our little dopamine. And it be you, and we be choosing y'all, and y'all be on some stupid nut shit. But again, at the end of the day, it's because we want you here. We don't need you here. I talk about it all the time. Women have far surpassed men collectively. You can sit here and say, oh, it's women that are like bottom of the barrel. Why are you talking about them? Because I'm not talking about like necessarily bottom of the barrel men when I'm comparing you to other men. I'm talking about the men that try to holler at me. I don't ever consider somebody I would never talk to somebody that I'm fucking talking about. Is this making sense? Am I making sense, y'all? Let's talk about it. Talk about it in the comments. Like, you gotta talk and say, hey, when was the last time that you wanted to do something with somebody, a significant other? Well, not significant other, but someone that you were attracted to, and they was like, yeah, we could do it, and bombed and bailed out and didn't do it, and you still went and did it. Or talk about it. We have to talk about it. How specifically, ladies, let these niggas know, not in a aggressive way. You don't have to say, I have done that to people. Now that I'm sitting here talking about it, being a little contradictory. But like in general, you have to let them know, I appreciate your presence, but my life's still gonna move with or without you, baby. And it's up to you if you want to be here. Because it's fun over here. It's a time. We live a life on this side. And that's why niggas can't leave me alone, because I love y'all individually.